You open your eyes to white light, burning sand, and a horizon with no edge. There is no road, no voice, no shade. It is the Sahara around the year 1200. Somewhere beyond these dunes, trade routes connect kingdoms, cities, wells, and distant markets. You cannot see any of them. Your first problem is not hunger. It is not fear. It is direction. Choose the wrong horizon, and every step carries you farther from water. The desert looks simple from a distance. Up close, it is a machine built from heat, distance, and missing information. You stand. That feels like action. Action feels like survival. But in the desert, movement without knowledge can be the first fatal mistake. In 1200, the Sahara is not empty of human history. Trans-Saharan routes are active. Goods, messages, and people cross immense distances through known corridors. But routes are not painted lines. They live in the memory of guides, in stars, wells, landmarks, timing, and experience passed from one crossing to the next. You have none of that. No guide, no map you can read, no known wall behind you, no certain settlement ahead. So you do what frightened people often do. You pick a direction because standing still feels unbearable. For the first hour, the choice seems harmless. Your legs are strong. Your thoughts are clear. The horizon still feels reachable. Then the sun climbs higher, and the desert begins taking payment for every meter. In a hot, dry environment, sweat can vanish from the skin almost as fast as it forms. You may be losing water faster than you feel. Modern heat medicine recognizes the danger clearly. Dehydration worsens heat illness, and confusion can arrive before a victim understands how badly judgment has changed. But you have no thermometer, no medical vocabulary, and no rescue team watching your position. Your body is the only warning system you have. Thirst arrives. Your mouth dries. Swallowing becomes deliberate. The small leather water skin at your side suddenly feels heavier than gold. You shake it. The sound is small. Too small. Now every decision changes. Do you drink? Do you save it? Do you stop? Do you keep moving while your legs still obey? There is no universal countdown that tells you exactly when dehydration will kill you. Heat, exertion, health, clothing, and access to shade all change the outcome. What remains brutally simple is this. Walking hard under extreme heat increases the burden on a body already running short of water. The smartest-looking horizon may be the worst one. A brighter patch ahead begins to shine like a sheet of water. You stare. The shape seems convincing. A pale surface, a line of light, maybe an oasis just beyond the next rise. But optical mirages are real desert phenomena. They can make sky light appear where the ground should be. The water may exist only in your eyes. You turn toward it. 20 minutes become 40. The shining patch retreats as you approach. That detour costs water. It costs strength. More dangerously, it costs confidence in your own perception. And when confidence breaks, people start making faster decisions, not better ones. There is another problem. Without reliable landmarks, humans can drift from a straight path. Modern experiments have shown people can unknowingly walk in circles. You would never notice it from ground level. Each step feels forward. Each dune looks new. Your brain quietly edits the mistake. The sun can offer direction. At night, trained travelers can use stars. But a tool is useless when you do not know how to read it. By late afternoon, the light softens. That feels like mercy. It is only a change of weapon. Deserts can lose heat quickly after sunset, and large day-to-night temperature swings are common. The body that fought heat may soon fight cold. Your clothing is dusty and damp in places. Wind finds every opening. You pull cloth tighter around your neck and sit behind a ridge. You are exhausted enough to sleep, but sleep has a price. Lose too much body heat, and tomorrow begins with less strength than today. The stars are spectacular. You cannot enjoy them. Somewhere above you is information you were never taught to use. This is what survival in the past often meant. Knowledge was not trivia. It was equipment. A caravan guide might know the sequence of wells, the character of a ridge, the timing of a crossing, or the stars that held a route together. Alone, You have only fragments: the sunset behind you, the shape of a rocky outcrop, and one fading line of your own tracks. Morning comes before you are ready. The first light reveals something worse than emptiness. Your tracks are partly gone. Wind has worked through the night. Fine sand softens edges, fills depressions, and makes yesterday harder to reconstruct. You climb the nearest high dune to look for a landmark. The climb is short on a map. On loose sand, it feels endless. At the crest, your reward is another ocean of dunes. No tower, no smoke, no cultivated field, no clear road, just geometry made by wind. You scan again, then again. Each search burns minutes under a rising sun. The body begins conserving what it can. Urine would darken and decrease. Your heart works harder. Your head starts to pound. Food matters, but right now water controls the clock. You can endure hunger far longer than severe dehydration under crushing heat and exertion. You chew a little anyway. The food becomes paste in a mouth that can barely make saliva. The second day's heat arrives earlier because you are already depleted. Your pace shortens. You stop more often. Standing up becomes a negotiation between intention and dizziness. Heat illness can disturb coordination and mental status. That matters because the desert punishes small errors with distance. A twisted ankle here does not need to be dramatic. It only needs to slow you until your water disappears. You start choosing flatter ground, not because it leads anywhere, but because every climb now feels expensive. Then you see stone, not a mountain, a low wall, straight edges, human work. You move toward it carefully. Hope is dangerous now. You have already chased one false promise. The wall belongs to a small abandoned stopping place on an old route. It proves people were here. It does not prove water is here now. Inside, the shade feels like a miracle. The temperature difference is not rescue, but your body recognizes relief. You search the floor, corners, and broken storage jars. Nothing. Then you find a rope groove cut into stone. A well. The opening is deep and black. You drop a pebble. You wait. A faint sound returns. Not a splash. Stone. The route had a well once. Wells fail. Sand shifts. Water tables change. A place that saved travelers in one period can become a trap in another. You stay in the shade because leaving at noon would spend strength you do not have. For the first time, you stop trying to conquer the desert. You begin trying to reduce what it takes from you. That shift is psychological. Panic wants motion. Survival sometimes demands restraint. Hours pass. Your mouth is painfully dry. Your thoughts become sticky, slow, repetitive. You replay the same question: east or west? Stay or move? The brain keeps asking even when it has less power to answer. Near sunset, you leave. The air is cooler. Your legs are not stronger, but the heat load is lower. You decide to keep the setting sun at one shoulder and the rocky high ground ahead. It is not a map. It is at least a rule. Rules matter because confusion destroys consistency. A weak plan followed steadily can be safer than a new direction chosen every 10 minutes. Night returns. This time you keep moving for a while under cooler air, but darkness hides broken ground. One bad step could end the journey without a dramatic wound. Immobilization is enough when no one knows where you are. So you slow down. The desert gives you a cruel equation. Faster costs water, slower costs time. By the third morning, heat and dehydration are no longer background threats. They are inside your thinking. Confusion, poor coordination, altered behavior. These are recognized signs of dangerous heat illness. In your century, there is no clinical rescue waiting. A shape appears far ahead. A person, perhaps. You call out. The shape does not answer. This is how the mind becomes part of the landscape. Not because the desert is supernatural, but because an overheated, dehydrated brain can misread what the eyes provide. You almost change course again. Almost. Then you look back at your own straight track and force yourself to return to the rule. Survival is becoming less about strength and more about preventing the next mistake. In medieval Sahara crossings, experienced travelers depended on networks of routes and stopping points built around hard-won geographical knowledge. Trade could move across the Sahara because people learned how to cross it together with guides, known wells, timing, and logistical systems. Alone, you have lost the system. That is the brutal truth. The desert is not defeated by courage. It is crossed by preparation, local knowledge, water, and disciplined decisions. Then, near the horizon, you see a dark horizontal line that does not shimmer. You wait. It remains. You move closer. The line breaks into vertical forms. Walls. A tower. Human geometry again. Your body wants to run. You do not. Running would spend the last strength you may need before the distance closes. You walk. The walls grow larger. You see smoke rising from a cooking fire beyond them. This time, the evidence changes as you approach. You have not conquered the Sahara. You have survived a sequence of decisions long enough to reach other people. Another person in the same place, with the same body, might have turned toward the mirage, climbed one dune too many, missed the ruined well, changed direction again. And many historical crossings were never simple contests between humans and sand. They were contests between distance, water, knowledge, weather, and the limits of judgment. In 1200, there is no satellite signal, no GPS, no rescue aircraft. If you vanish between known points, the desert may keep the answer. The past had no mercy for bad information. So here is the final test. No map, almost no water, one horizon after another, heat by day, cold after sunset, your own mind beginning to fail. How long would you last before one wrong step became the last decision you ever made? Could you survive this?